still have people who are like, well, Jaguar was right about Diddy. She said she was at the freak. Ahem. Can Jaguar Wright please come to the front of the class, please? Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak-offs. Is that not true? You said in detail, with great passion, that you were walking them out of the freak-offs. As far as we know, freak-offs consisted of 3 people. Diddy, Cassie, who was never walked out of shit, and male sex workers.
That's it.
Who did you walk out of the freak-offs? Because you said you were saving women. Cassie, as far as we know, was the only woman there, and you didn't save her. So who did you save? I think now that we have a clear vision of what the freak-offs were, Cassie, a sex worker, and Diddy masturbating in the corner, we know now Jaguar Wright was not there. She was not saving anyone. She was not walking anyone out of the freak-offs. Are you fucking serious? We still have people who are like, well, Jaguar was right about Diddy. She said she was at the freak. Ahem.
Why? Why y'all still acting like this bitch be telling the truth? In fact, why do y'all be acting like y'all not on the World Wide Web? Y'all don't know who this crazy heifer is? Jaguar Wright? Y'all need to put in world news. Jaguar Wright. World. W-U-R-L-D. In fact, it's crazy. It should look like this. Logo look just like that. World News. W-U-R-L-D. Jaguar Wright. Shit. He was on that ass. I was on that ass. Everybody was on that ass. Look up who this bitch really is. Look up what the fuck she was doing. All the crazy shit she was doing. How crazy this bitch is. Look at all the shit. Look at what she did to her mama. It's crazy how y'all can see and circulate and recirculate all these lies and shit she be telling about everybody else. But y'all don't bring up that shit with Talib Kweli and so many other people. Y'all don't bring up the shit with her son. Both of her sons. Sam. Kind of like another Junior situation. The oldest boy. You know, when she smoked his ashes, threw his ashes at other people and smeared them all over her face in dramatic effect because she wanted freaking online attention. Man, I could do this all day. And a lot of that stuff y'all just you don't see in your search. Or you don't search, you just hear all these stories and y'all be like, Jaguar Wright is the truth. Jaguar Wright is the truth. But this is the most prevalent thing, because wasn't she on Pierce show with this? Now, I thought it was mighty convenient that she's supposed to have been given a cease and desist because she was, Jay-Z cut my face with a blade. My Umar voice. You don't find that motherfucking suspicious? You don't find that suspicious that this bitch is telling you that just because she's supposed to have sang at some point with Jay-Z, that this dude cut her face with a razor blade. Where your scar at, bitch? Who else saw it happen? Where's your witnesses? Why did he cut you? Why? All these elaborate stories she be telling that don't be true. Y'all don't care about none of that. You care about some stuff that you hear from her that a lot of us already knew this shit. Hate it for you if your ass didn't know. But just a lot of typical shit. Now, the stuff that you overlook that are very, very extravagant, you overlook. Like this one. I mean, come on. This is one of the stories she was telling on Pierce Brosnan. So y'all just gonna overlook the fact. It can't be. This I said, this world is bullshit. And I'm so sick of it. I mean, we can do this all day. We can have a Twitch-a-thon. So I can just talk about how this world is bullshit and I'm fucking sick of it. We can go alphabetical order, anything. And again, the bitch was saying Jay-Z did this, that, and the third, and he cut her face with a blade. So we just forgot about that? But y'all keep propping her up every second? This bitch was doing all kind of shit to her mom, stealing her checks, and it's undeniable that she's a cause of. I know her mom was just devastated, heartbroken when she passed. And they spoiled her rotten, made her into the monster that she is. Because she is a fucking monster. But what she do, Torre? What she say, Torre? Remind these
Jaguar
motherfuckers.
Wright, please come to the front of the class, please. Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak-offs. Is that not true?
Is it
You
not
said
true?
in detail, with great passion, that you were walking them out of the freak-offs. As far as we know, freak-offs consisted of
Yeah,
three
she said
people.
that.
Diddy, Cassie, who was never walked out of shit, and male sex workers. Who did you walk out
Who?
of the freak-offs? Because you said you were saving women. Cassie, as far as we know, was the only woman there, and you didn't save her. So who did you save? I think now that we have a clear vision of what the freak-off...
I think, yeah, right. Because when she started out, people were unsure to a degree. Some people were. What the fuck the freak offs were? But I think we're pretty doggone clear. I think we're clear. But y'all can't gloss over this and then go past and parade this bitch around, interview after interview, subject after subject, like this, and think that shit gonna fly. We living in a world like that, but we not living in a world like that. Come on now. Come on now. It's about the same as y'all and Uma in this invisible school that will never exist. Yet every time I turn around, it's Uma on a subject. New interview. New interview. New interview. New interview. New interview. How was Jaguar Wright saying she got all kind of tapes? All kind of tapes of women evidence against Diddy. Not one reporter was asking for it during the trial. Not one YouTube, TikTok reporter was asking for it during the trial. Nobody asked for it. After the trial, nobody asked for it. Still to this day, nobody asking for it. But y'all was pushing her videos around when she kept saying she got the tapes. Y'all are full of shit, man. Where's all the women that she helped rescue from Diddy's house in the underground tunnels? Where they at? Am I lying? No, I'm not. This is Tori. We know who Tori is. I'm not. Okay, I am losing my mind because I'm so fucking sick. I'm sick of this place. But this is Tori. So Tori remembers this shit too. And I know y'all do too. She was on Piers Morgan saying this shit. She was all fake emotional, getting everybody's attention like she always do. I was there because, you know, Jaguar Wright is everywhere. I rescued so many of the women from Diddy. I rescued so many women from Diddy. And because she single-handedly, but then she had a little help. She had bodyguards and they had guns and all kind of stuff. And I was shocked that y'all believed that shit then. But, you know, I had already known who the hell that crazy chick was, because we was hot on her ass already about her and her personal life and the shit that she was doing and the other people's lives she was ruining. And she was on here being a Christian rock with her own children and her mom. Y'all don't even investigate people. You just like them and then boom. And there's no way this bitch should be getting a piece of attention. If you had any idea, which you absolutely should, the shit that this girl did to her mom, her sons, and that's just for starters. You wouldn't watch nothing this bitch say. You wouldn't contribute to no interview that give her $1 fucking dollar. She doesn't fucking deserve it. And the lies. This is the same chick that she make up all these elaborate stories, but a lot of them involve saying a lot of people did things to her that they didn't really do. Why would you use such a horrible story like this and say, I rescued, what she say, dozens? Y'all can go back and look it up. I'm sure it's still circulating online. She said it more than one time. And then she was on Piers Morgan when she said it again. And you couldn't see that this hoe was lying and acting. Like, how realistic was it? What picture ever did you see? That lazy bitch didn't even come up with no AI footage. Most people who, well, not most people, but a lot of people who partied with Diddy eventually, you know, and before all we found out a lot of things, we saw some footage of them being at a party. Only footage you saw of Jaguar with fucking anybody like Diddy or Jay-Z was singing. Not partying at no Diddy party or nothing like that. But she was an underground rescuer. No, there's a reason why Jaguar Wright ass got kicked out of the industry. There's a reason why nobody wants to deal with her. Jaguar Wright is not that far off from Diddy. Remember she came on here and told y'all that she was on a tour bus and she woke up with Common's dick in her mouth? He was trying to force it down her throat. Remember she said shit like that? Do you remember what Talib Kweli said about her? That she did to him? I never heard a dude. Y'all don't remember this shit from years ago? She was married to Sam's dad. You know, Sam, who is like the adult junior, kind of, you know, so to speak. Bro, this girl was abusing this child and her mother online. We was on her ass just like Junior with Christian Rock. You better go back and look at it. It's plenty of footage. I got footage on my channel. You can go to World News Channel and you can see. Had her ass arrested several times. She was abusing. She was abusing her fucking mom and her son so badly, just to squeeze money out of them. Not taking care of them. That wasn't eating right or none of that shit. Taking her mom check. Her son was getting a SSI check. Man, this shit go on and on and on. And it's like, if you knew halfway about her personal life and you halfway listen to some of that bullshit she telling y'all online, it's like y'all contribute to the fucked up place that this world is because of the shit that you consume and the people that you prop up. And there is no way that y'all should be parading this heifer all around like she telling you the fucking truth. Again, same question from Torre. Go on, spin that shit again. Call that bitch to the front. What the fuck, bitch? Where the tapes at?
Cassie, a sex worker, and Diddy masturbating in the corner. We know now Jaguar Wright was not there. She was not saving anyone. She was not walking anyone out of the freak-offs. Are you fucking serious? We still have people who are like, well, Jaguar was right about Diddy. She said she was at the freak... Ahem. Can Jaguar Wright please come to the front of the class, please? Miss Wright, you used to say that you would walk girls out of the freak-offs. Is that not true? You said in detail, with great passion...
She did. She did. She said on Piers Morgan, she got all these girls that she rescued, and they're willing to testify. Do y'all remember when I reviewed that fucking video and I told y'all Pierce don't even believe that shit, but nobody gives a fuck about what's right anymore. He just pimping that shit for views. Then y'all like, oh, Jeezy, they gave a cease and desist. That means she's telling the truth. No, that means your dumb ass is slow. Whoop-de-doo. That ain't nothing new. You're slow. Whoop-de-doo. You're slow. That's what that means. You're fucking slow. That mean we don't play that dumbass shit. That's what the fuck that mean. And everybody else know not to play that shit. But here you come when acting like you play that shit. I don't necessarily think Pierce even knew she was gonna go that direction. But when you deal with crazy people, you get crazy shit. Facts. Because people are retarded. And sometimes some people don't even really do believe her, but they don't care. They don't even care. They don't even care. She got so many victims, it's not even funny. And then I watched the last night. I didn't know she was on 5150 with Corey Holcomb. All this other stuff I done found out and heard about him. Oh my God, but I didn't know that they did a show together, teaming up against Tasha K. Man, all these people, wow. She's sitting up there telling him all these dumbass lies and shit. Nah, Tasha K know how to battle. Around the time that Tasha K and Jaguar Wright was going at it, that's around the time that all of us was on Jaguar Wright ass. That's around the time that Jaguar Wright was running around here on that bullshit, kidnapping her damn mama, getting her mama checks, bringing her mama and her son that she took. She has a son. It's so weird because it's so eerie how, I don't want to say similar, but there's another word for it. It's ironic. I'm gonna say ironic to Junior's situation, because Sam, which is Jaguar's youngest son, shout out to him for finally getting away from her. He's I don't think at that time there was no known diagnosis on him, but it's clear that there's some delay, but he's like high on the intellectual side, and it's what would give to a lot of people some form of Asperger's or autism or something like that. So you go from the dad, Sam Sr., saying, was he saying there's not a diagnosis? I think the dad was saying there's not a diagnosis, and Jaguar was saying there is a diagnosis, because I think Jaguar wanted to check or whatever. I'm not sure. So he even, if you don't go watch I'm not saying no more, because I forgot that this was out. Go to Tasha K, watch the interview from her son. From Tasha K's youngest son. Not Tasha K youngest son. Fuck. Jaguar Wright youngest son. Sam. That's fucking Junior in 19, 20 years from now. Yeah, the youngest son. Both of them light skinned. Fine. I don't mean to say fine as hell because those are like little boys to me, but very nice looking, attractive young man. Her oldest boy, and this is verified information. Her oldest boy and her would always get into it because they wanted the mom's would be his grandma Social Security check. And man, mostly Jaguar Wright ran the streets trying to hustle for money because her ass couldn't kick it in the industry. Nobody wanted to put up with her shit, right? I think when she was with Sam's dad, they were married, and he found out that she was messing with, was it Talib Kweli? I think at the time. Yeah. He ended up coming to one of the shows. He flew out there, and then he found out they were messing around. He did an interview too. He did more than one interview, but he did an interview. He told all this shit too. Talib Kweli did his interview too. And since when do you hear about a chick forcing a dude to sleep with him? Now, when you hear about chicks, I can't say the R word, but when you hear about chicks taking it from dudes and chicks, and it's Jaguar, right, bro? Look at Jaguar. Okay, whatever. She on demon time. She on demon time. But the way she played it was that it's like that's Krishan. Before Krishan. She didn't want dude Sam Sam Senior that she was married to, he was a good dude. Made good money, all that stuff. Trusted her, let her go on the road, whatever. They was married. He didn't you know, he got wind that she was messing around or whatnot, and she was so evil and on demon time. She wanted him. She tried to make him and Talib Kweli go at each other and fight and fucking kill each other. She wanted to see that shit happen. She didn't care who did who, but for the most part, she wanted the husband to get her. I guess she wanted some insurance money. I don't know. That shit is crazy. You want to set your old man up and he take care of your ass and he like good to you. That's what kind of demon time she on. This dude had to realize that his wife trying to set him up for no reason at all. Can you imagine that shit? Boy, you can go hear all that in his own words and anybody else's own words. It's all out there. But all y'all listen to is this bitch lie on everybody else's situation. This ain't nobody y'all need to be listening and giving credit to. She put real damage out there on real people's lives. And these people got to sit back and listen to her videos floating around while she up there giving advice and shit on everybody. Every little subject. That's kind of like when they be like, Umar's thoughts on blah, blah, blah. And people got children that done graduated high school, but they been giving thousands and thousands of dollars to Umar since their child was like 4 or 5 years old, thinking that they gonna go to his school and ain't a school in sight. Now Umar still collect the money and still ain't had to answer, give $1 back, and still running his scam, but he's still getting all these interviews and y'all still running up. Oh, yeah, Umar telling the truth. Oh, Umar, yeah, da, da, da. Y'all doing the same shit with Umar and Jaguar. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Nobody never gonna respect you motherfuckers. Nobody. This why you at the bottom. This why you ain't got no reparation. It's never gonna happen. You're never going to get a bit of respect ever. And it's never, ever going to be a good time for you to not have some damn fucking ounce of self-respect. But it's only going to be worse. Nobody's going to ever see anything worthy of life in you when this is how you do yourself and each other. This is the value that you see in each other and yourself. Because it's not that hard. We got the whole World Wide Web. All this shit is clear and plain for us to see on the internet. And you just want to be soothed. You want to be entertained. This shit ain't that funny. Jaguar Wright is not even good to look at. Much less entertaining, and you know that shit be lies, bro. When you listen to this dude with this clip from a whole, I don't know if this is from a full video. I'm pretty sure he did a video on it, just as I have, just as others have. But it's just a little snippet with a question like, bro, what the fuck? Why we playing? Bitch, where the fucking victims at that you lied about? Because at that time, nobody was quite sure what the freak house was. We thought maybe all the big white parties and everything, all of that was freak house. Everybody was going freak house. It was just thousands of them freaking off. And it was all these girls and they were being kidnapped. And, oh, you know, maybe what Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter that Jaguar Wright was hanging with, that's really not their fucking daughter, duh. Was that a freak off? She rescuing people from the freak off. That's not okay. There were real victims of Diddy's, right? Plenty. Like Tori said, we know that the freakouts consisted of what? 3 people. And the only females at those freakouts were who? Cassie and 50 Cent baby dad, baby mama. She didn't rescue neither one of them. I believe Tori forgot to mention that 50 Cent baby mama was in the freak house. So that shit's supposed to be okay. So it's all for your entertainment. That's what it is. At the end of the day, that's what it is. It's all bullshit, bro. How can you sit up here and really be okay with that? When Sam came out and did that interview, that's why I know and I don't even want to say it. But at the end of the day, if I were to be realistic, and I see that everybody full of shit. I see the way Sean playing with this shit. Cause let's keep it real. Cause I really don't want to start no drama with that. Because y'all, a lot of you guys believe that. Sean playing with this shit too. Sean playing with this shit too. This baby right here. Where the mama? Where the mama?
Look at Krishan Rock's son.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this and I'm about to be done. I'm about to go. What did I do? Where did I see it? Oh, I made a playlist. Okay. So not here. Okay. So this is where my collection is, right? So, collection. Okay, create a chat. Now, I just want you to tell me. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this music and stuff down. I want you to just look at these children. Some of these children have grown to be adults. I wish I could turn off the comments so you can just see them. But you're gonna see Junior's face in these children. See, a lot of you raggedy motherfuckers don't do no goddamn research. I'm sick of you bitches. It's too many people playing in y'all faces. And before I even scroll any further, I'm gonna stop right here because this is the one I want y'all to go check out. I just want y'all to get familiar with this young man right here, okay? Because his mother shares a lot of information. She educates, right? Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm sure if I was, have never examined Junior, right? Do your own fucking research. I don't even got the energy to just to even go down the line. Wait, let me find that one post, and I'm a press play on it. And this child is older than Junior. Now the post that I'm gonna play, he was 4 years old in this post, and I want to play this one in particular. He was in his crib and looking out the window. I do remember that. And when I tell you, and it's so many people in the comment section that are saying this is Junior. I mean, the similarities. I think that there are multiple things going on with Krishan's son. But whoever called in on that show, and this, we're getting closer to the point that I'm trying to make. Whoever called into that show talking about they're a source from close to the family, he definitely doesn't have Kardashaw. That's just bullshit. So many medical people and so many different researchers express, and again, I'm not a professional, that certain screech is only for Kardashaw. I don't know why I don't see that particular post. She may have taken that post. I hope not. Because that's the one that mostly people are commenting under. Because there's no way you can listen to this and not say, if you was not looking at it, you would think it's Junior. So many nurses have written me and told me that it's a very distinctive screech that is not medically subscribed to any of these other possible diagnoses, only to Kardashaw. And this is something that, has not changed since the beginning of talking about this. Now this is they call him Old Man Beezy. A lot of these children that have Kardashaw, they have so many other things that they end up getting. It's a genetic situation. There's not too many ways to explain why it happens, but it can affect children differently. And you usually end up getting something else along with it, like cerebral palsy. It could be, something else. Now, when y'all say, get him a walker, get him this, get him that. No, you don't know what the fuck he needs. You can't just tell somebody what to do with a child that is disabled over the fucking internet when they need to see medical professionals. They need all kinds of tests that you have no idea of. You don't, Junior is so jacked up, it's not even funny. And if there were to be a walker, look at this type of walker that he is in. One thing I will give Sean David Way credit for is like when he says he does not need a regular car seat. He needs a car seat that will provide special support for his spine that he can't support himself. Shit like that. That's the kind of things that y'all need to understand and think about. For that girl to come on here and tell y'all there's nothing wrong with this boy and there is nothing that she is doing to help him, and this is who y'all need to follow. Her name is Sarah. Spread it out. So many people have followed her page because she gives a lot of information. And you can just find so many things that seem similar to what Junior may be going through. Just to kind of give you some kind of education on what we may be dealing with here, how serious it is. There's no way in the bloody pit of Hades this young man should be untreated and not seeing a professional. Boy, I would snatch this bitch up myself and put her ass. I can't even finish that statement because if I were to be honest, I can't even finish that statement. Oh man, it looked like she took that post down. And I hate that. Because it seems like so many people did you know those diagnosed with crowded chat syndrome or 5P have a high-pitched cry and voice even through adulthood? So that's what she wrote here. Let me turn it up so you can hear. Check him out. Even he sounds a lot like Junior here. He sounds like a lot like Junior here. But I want to find that one post. Maybe I reshared it. No, it looks like she took it down. You know, people can be real diabolical in the comments. And it's enough for this woman to come on here, put her child out here like this, be brave, and try to help while she's learning and going through this herself. And just try to educate other women.
What's wrong with your brother?
What's wrong with your brother? You know, just try to educate and learn together, you know? Because even if you don't have a child that's going through that, it's good for the world to understand what may be going on with other people, because you got to dwell together. And some of these people with these issues live to be alone. Like, there was a lady on there, and she was like, in the comment section, here's my sister. She was born with cardiac chat, and she's 40 years old, and she is thriving, and she's happy. So some of these people live to be a long time, and they end up having multiple issues. But that one particular post, which it looks like she took, if I ever thought she would have taken it down, I would have saved it. But you know, a lot of platforms just don't really take too kindly with you like sharing too much of actual children. And you know, with the end time Daniels thing going on right now, I want to be careful with that. But there's so many people who came from knowing about Junior and Krishan, and they all said, this sounds exactly like Junior. I'm talking about Junior's now cry. Even the baby cry, as that baby cry was like more, I don't know, high pitched, more high squealed. But I asked the mom, how old was Junior in that cry, in that picture, in that video, I meant. And she said, not Junior, I'm sorry, Old Man Beasley is what they called him. She said he then was 4 years old because, I don't know, from people saying that this is Junior, he sounds like Junior. She was saying stuff like, no, he's way older than Junior, so you mean Junior sounds like him. So I don't know, it just seems like too many Junior comments maybe. That was getting on her nerves. And then it seemed like some people who were coming from the Krishan Junior situation were kind of being a little rude. You got trolls, from that area, and then trolls from just people in general. And it was a little overwhelming for her. But I found a post interesting, and because I cannot actually... My lobby's closed. Okay, that's fine. I saw a post that I'm surprised they didn't been said nothing, but let me say this real quick, because I do want y'all, if you're interested in getting more information about what may be going on with him, because I cannot really share too much with babies and children. I saw one of her posts, and she's sitting there, she's holding him in her lap, and he does a lot of squiggling and wiggling. It's almost similar to what we saw with Blueface that day when Blueface was holding Junior. But you can see her as more like Krishan, but only in a more motherly and sensitive way. And you can tell he's limpy like Junior, non-controllable like Junior, and like with the head, if she doesn't push it and hold it. But she's firm, but she's soft and motherly, right? She's firm with the arm, but she's soft and motherly. And if she doesn't push and support it, it's not gonna work. But he's not able to be still. It looks just like Junior. And while she's talking, she said, hey, this is my son, he has cardiac check, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. It causes this, he also blah, blah, blah. And she says, to me, I don't see anything wrong with him. Not the same language as Krishan. Not saying nothing is wrong with him. Saying to me, this is my son, this is normal, we work through it, we're learning, and we don't mind teaching. Some of y'all comments can be cruel, but this is what's going on. And then you're watching and you're seeing how it's overwhelming, it's tiresome, and she's dealing with it, but not in a Krishan trying to hide it kind of way, not in a type of way, but in a, she's doing similar things, but stuff that is necessary. You have to see it for yourself. You'll be able to see it, so you can tell that if only this girl cared enough, which she doesn't clearly, to learn, understand, love him anyway, and support him, and just give him what he needs, and find him the right community and other kind of support, and just it's others out there like him, man. It's just really, really sad. But anywho, gotta go. Bye.